So you mentioned community involvement and women empowerment. I've noticed that there's all these nice paintings and all these nice plants. Is that what sort of impact is Skyfall going to bring to the community and the same women empowerment that you were mentioning?
So when we put Skyfall together, and one of the things that I thought of was to say, how can it be a plus to the community than being, how can it actually benefit the community? Obviously, the obvious one is saying, how do we then obviously employ the kids from the community and get them in here? Number one. Number two, how do we also get, because it's a creative space, how then do we get creatives to come and be part of this initiative? I mean, if you look at the mural right behind me, I mean, when you look at it, you might think it's actually a wallpaper, but it's not. These are two gentlemen that they've got a nice small gallery downstairs that are actually from the community. They are the one actually that put up this beautiful work.
It really matches the forestry on the other side.
And the idea of the idea of that mural was to say, if you walk into this room and you're sitting here, the experience here is going to be different than the experience outside. Because when we are sitting here, then you are looking at that, it looks forestry, you've got some water features there. So if you were to, in real life, if you were to walk into a space like that, what would you, hear? You'd hear water sounds, you hear some birds, so this room then, that is actually the main feature of this room. So the idea is to say, when you walk into the space, it's on a Tuesday afternoon, you're looking for a quiet space to work. But we're saying we've got this quiet space, but then we also want to take you, we also want to not only give you the quiet space, but we also want to medicate you. Because as you come and sit here, you are on your laptop, you are looking at that mural, but then also the music that we're playing here is that kind of music, where, it's, you are hearing bird sounds, you are hearing some water. So once you take someone, and as much as they were here for a different reason, but then as they walk out of here, you've given them something that they did not actually expect. There's some one of the art pieces that we're actually going to be showing in one of the shots, which is done by Salome, who's a gallerist from Ghana. We actually met around the same time. I think we met about 3 months ago.
Really?
When I was still actually, sort of finalizing the Skyfall concept. But obviously, he's a gallerist. He makes art out of recyclable material and all those kind of things. And when he walks in here, literally, he loved the space. I mean, and then he almost became part of that journey, because we would sit and actually chat about, he's very big in terms of sustainability. That's why even a lot of his art actually speaks to sustainability and solving problems. The guys that were doing this mural, then they literally, because now you've taken 3 different artists from 3 different backgrounds, and obviously with his experience, with his young upcoming artist, they really appreciated him being part of that mural. I mean, he was away at some stage for 2 weeks, but they'll keep on calling him to say, look, this is what we have done. Because as someone who's experienced, as someone who has done stuff globally, I remember one day he came in here and he was telling them to say, do not do this for Skyfall or do not do this for Vusi, but do it for yourselves. When people walk into this room, they must actually see your love that was poured into that art. And when I met them the following morning, and they were telling me to say, look, the gentleman you introduced to us yesterday really opened up our eyes, because we were just coming just to draw something that we're given that was on a piece of paper.
Yeah,
but
really
then now we've got a different perspective altogether. And there's a lot of customers that are coming in here and actually wanting to know who did the art piece.
I can imagine.
Exactly. So when we speak of giving back into the community, these are the things that we want to do. These are the things that we want to do as a business. These are the things that we want to do as creatives that that are exposed, that are able to put these kind of concepts together, but to say how do we then obviously share that knowledge with other creatives.
Just to touch back on your thought process and your journey for Sky4,
Yeah.
I noticed that there are a lot of women on your team. Was
Yes.
that a deliberate plan? Is it just a coincidence? What were you thinking when hiring women?
So, so even on our previous businesses in SA, we're very big in terms of women-led businesses.
Yeah.
There's one young lady, actually, she's coming to Zambia, I think in October. We actually mentored her from literally, without having, she was a hostess. She came in to come and do activation for a certain brand, and just spending those few hours within us there, and went to a boss and I was like, we need this person to our team. And one of the craziest things that I actually did not know till a later stage, my partner is the one that had that conversation. When we decided that we were bringing her onto the team, I realized later that she was easily sitting on a 14,000 Rand salary, but she came down to a half of that.
Really?
So I think already you can see that I think she also understood the vision.
Yeah.
I always talk about her quite a lot. I'm sure I always talk about her to my girls, because she has literally become the young girl that we took up to someone who's actually an industry leader. So for us, that we take pride in that. So we've always been very much about empowering young people. What we've done with Sky4, we've also gone and actually looked for young people. Young people with experience or without experience. We've gone and actually taken those kids and say, we want to actually
mold you.
We want to mold you. we're not looking for experience, but we're just looking for the right attitude. Because if the attitude is right, then I'm able to turn you into anything that I want you to be. What then, obviously the thought process there was to say, being in Zambia in the past 3 years, you walk into maybe government agencies, maybe corporates, on the executive level, from one office to another, you're speaking to males. I'm not seeing a lot of females within the leadership space. So then the question was to say, again, yes, we're a food and beverage business, but I'm always about what problems are we solving with that business. Again, then I was like, we need to then put together a team of young ladies and mold these people, mentor these people, and also say to them, with education or without education, leadership is still meant for you. So all we're looking for, we're saying, come in, we'll teach you everything. That's why I think for the first 3 weeks, our training was never about food, was never about drinks, was never about restaurants, but it was about leadership skills. It was about them understanding that it doesn't matter where they come from, it doesn't matter what background they come from, or that the only difference between people that are sitting in leadership spaces, the only difference I think is the access to opportunities.
True.
So we needed to firstly make sure that the thinking is right.
People are willing to learn.
Exactly. Are people willing to learn? Let's position the mindset, because a lot of people, they wake up in the morning and going to work, going to school, doing whatever they do, but not even actually understanding what their purpose is. But once you take people and you put them in a space like that, you are able collectively now to to find what their purpose is. Immediately, once people find what their daily purpose is, what they are great at, on a day to literally whatever they do, they always want to go around and showcasing that greatness. So now take these people and then now teach them about food. I always say, I want to have a team that is going to have so much fun coming to work. I don't wanna have a team when
dragging
someone
their feet
exactly
when they're coming to work.
exactly
No, not again.
exactly.
It's Monday.
So now, so now for us, that's that to say, how do we put women, young ladies, and actually mentor them and put them into those positions?
It's been a very interesting talk, I might say.
Thank you very much.
I hope Skyfall goes far and beyond what you expect.
No, with the team that we've put together, I think Skyfall actually is going to be one of the things that's going to change the industry within our country.
I hope for the best.
Great, thank you.
Thank you for your time.